I hear your schedule so intense to that. How do you find time for you?
Easy. the honest answer is easy, but it actually took me some time to figure that out.
Okay.
Because what I was doing was, I'm definitely, a lot of people say this about me, and I accept it at this point. I'm a yes person, so I definitely am. And you can't always be a yes person, so sometimes it's a blessing and a curse. I tend to say yes almost to everything. Excuse me. But what I did was, I kind of took some time to figure out, what do I want to do? Like, how would I want to live my life? And how would I want other people to see me living my life? Because whether you know it or not, people are watching you. And if you're kind of all over the place, that's kind of how you see it, all over the place. And so you're busy, but you still need to have some balance, right? And so what I did was, I just decided that I was going to give myself chunks of time. So this is what I do. This is my own thing. Some people
yes, give it to us. Give it to us.
I give myself blocks of time where I can say to my kids, to my husband, to my family, I'm going to be really, really busy for the next 2 months.
Right.
Let's just say. And it's 2 months where everybody knows that, I'm sort of not any less focused on them, but certainly very absorbed, and I travel a lot. I literally, I probably stay gone 3 weeks sometimes out of the month, and then I go back home. So I give myself blocks of time. And then I give myself blocks of time where I do nothing, literally. So it'll be a month of being with my family, being home and cooking, being, going to the movies, hanging out with friends, and that's it. So I just choose. I just choose to be busy at times that, I feel too busy, and then I just take time off.
Right.
So, that's it.
So are you stationed in Atlanta, or are you where are you living?
I'm kind of bilingual, so I live actually in LA, and I live in Atlanta and both. But my home, I am though, the part that makes me the happiest is the fact that it actually happened, so I can talk about it for other women to know that I was the girl sitting at Starbucks, like hiring a guy for $100 a day, like, hey, I have an idea, come with me, this may work out, and it worked out.
Wow.
So that part, I would say, is the part where I stop and think about those nights where I was like in my basement on my floor, and people would never know the grind. The grind that
I want you to expound on the grind. Like, people see, honey, oh, she made it, but let's talk about the grind.
Let's talk about the grind.
Let's talk about the grind.
No, the grind is that. It's being up late. I literally didn't sleep during that period of time where I was pitching the show. I didn't sleep at all. I had a guy who believed, hey, I paid him $100 a day, literally, because where else was I going to get, any? I didn't have a big production crew, and I had to convince people to believe in it, including the cast. I had to, because I remember when I met with Nene and saying to her, this is going to happen, and she's like, oh, you're biggest star princess, this is really 6 years later, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Every day I learn something from someone.
So, where do you see your career going within the next 10 years and creating more shows and things like, where do you see yourself going?
Well, I've always stayed in development, which is essentially what creation or creators do. So I've been really fortunate to be able to, with the success of the show, I certainly took time to just kind of soak it all in. So I took about a year and a half and didn't really do much of anything. Always working, because when you're creative, it never turns off. So always working, always doing things in the community, helping people with whatever they're doing. And then I jumped back in, and now the show is so much bigger than this. I tell people that all the time. Because again, I was just, I fell off a tomato truck, and it happened. And it was just, I really just, feel like, although don't get me wrong, I certainly put my work in. Even in those times that, I was really trying to make it happen, which, whether you're working at something for one day or for, years, it's all work. It's all your blood, sweat, and tears into anything that becomes something. So at this point, I don't know. I don't really think about it. I just kind of go through it. Every year we break records. This year we broke our last year's record. And, you know, I'm just thankful. I thank God every single day because He chose this for us. He's truly transformed.
So what advice would you give for a producer coming in trying to do a show like myself, trying to come into a show? What advice would you give someone who has a vision of breaking into that industry?
Well, you know, there's so many things I can say, but I probably would say, it sounds corny to say to never give up on your dream. It really does, because everybody says that, but I think that that's really true. But I also believe that, you know, meeting the expectations you set for yourself are important, because the ones you set for yourself are going to be different than the ones other people are setting for you. You're welcome.
Thank you for telling your story and letting people like myself know that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
There is.
And just thank you for coming to Philadelphia. And we just believe that we're going to have amazing shows coming out of here, just because you came here and gave your testimony and what you did to us. So thank you. And one more thing, can you give a shout out to Lorena's Corner?
Lorena's Corner. Okay, this is Princess, and we are in Lorena's Corner.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You just really inspired me.
Oh.